best open field marches for free-to-players and low spenders in Rise of Kingdoms.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Yo, what's going on, my beautiful governors? Welcome to a new Rise of Kingdoms video. Before everything, as always, I want to thank to all our subscribers. Here it is, the latest subscribers. I was thanking you guys for just a few videos ago for pushing to almost 200, and today we smashed 800 subscribers. It's just crazy. Thank you guys so much. Let's keep pushing. Now, top 5 open field marches for free-to-play and low spenders in Rise of Kingdoms. We are gonna start with number 1. At number 1, as you can see, we have Guanyu and Leonardos. This pair, in my opinion, still the best infantry pair in the game. With Guanyu, it has crazy AoE damage, high skill damage, plus it has the AoE silence, which is so crucial in big open field brawls. And we have Leonardos, who can provide the tankiness, the sturdiness to our Guanyu, because since this pair is so good and so strong in open field, this is a top priority target. That's why we are using Leonardos with Guanyu. And another great thing for free-to-plays and low spenders with this pair is amazing even with low investment. Guanyu is just perfect at 5155, which means with less than 400 sculptures you get crazy value out of him. And also Leonardos is the best commander at 5511 in Rise of Kingdoms. One of them 5155, other one is 5511, which is in total less than 600 sculptures, which means almost 100 sculptures less than one expertise commander. The value of this pair, the power of this pair, the damage of this pair, and the survivability is amazing. If you want to push this pair even further, you can always max out your Guanyu, and maybe you can try to get Leonardos to 5515 or something like that, but I think Guan at 5155 and Leo at 5511 is just perfect. Now let's move to our second pair, and this is our last infantry pair, Alexander and Harold. So what does this pair have? Like, what is so special with this pair? 99% of the experienced players will tell you that you should max YSG and then Alexander. So the reason why people keep recommending Alexander to free-to-plays or low spenders is that he's so versatile. Back in the day, he was a rally leader. He is still one of the best commanders in open field. There are many reasons for that. He has the movement speed, he has a support skill that shields a nearby ally, and he also have AoE debuff to nearby targets. Plus he has the instant proc damage. Like, Alexander has so many utilities. He's so versatile. He's also one of the best commanders when it comes to Arc of Osiris or PvE event like Cyrillic Crisis, etc. So Alex is an amazing commander for free to play. So we have to utilize him, we have to get the best out of him, and I think his best pair is Harold. The main reason is, as you guys know, Harold has so much damage and so much counter-attack damage plus skill damage. So when people focus on Alexander, Alexander by himself is actually very weak against swarms, and he's a top priority target just like Guanyu. But when you pair him with Harold, the pair together becomes so much better against swarms just because of Harold. Alexander and Harold becomes an incredible pair, but the main problem is both these commanders needs to be maxed. But it shouldn't be as hard as many other pairs because they both are in the wheel. You can also, if you're a low spender, you can get Alexander sculptures in daily chests. Also, Alexander is one of the first commanders that any free-to-play or low spender should invest anyway. So when you pair Alex and Harold, you're gonna have an amazing infantry pair for open field. At number 3, we have the same situation. This time, instead of Alexander, we are gonna use the first expertise commander that everybody needs, YSG. For me, the best pair for him is Nebuchadnezzar. YSG is a great commander. You can basically pair him with anyone. If you are an infantry main, he's a very nice secondary to your Charles Martel or Alexander. If you are a cav main, he's also a great secondary to Saladin. Actually, it's an amazing pair. But the 10% defense buff in Museum for YSG, it only affects archer troops. So you want to utilize your YSG with an archer commander, and then you have 3 options. You can either go for Artemisia, Ramses, or Nebuchadnezzar. If you already invest in Ramses, I wouldn't recommend for you to go Nebuchadnezzar unless you are an archer player, like you are all in archers. But if you haven't, if you are looking for a good pair for your YSG, I will say Nebuchadnezzar is great because just like Guanyu, he is also so good with 380 sculpture investment. You don't need to max him. He has a conquering skill. We don't need that. As low spenders, as free-to-play players, our main job is to be strong in open field. Just like Guanyu, Nebu at 5155, I think perfectly fine for open field to pair with YSG. But you have to be careful with this pair because this pair, when people see this pair, they're just gonna focus on him. It's gonna be a super high priority target, so you have to keep an eye on this pair. But you guys know how good is YSG. Nebu is also a great addition to your arsenal, so Nebuchadnezzar with low investment plus an expertise YSG is our number 3 pick. For number 4, we have good old Saladin and William. I don't know if I need to explain how good this pair is. This pair is just simply amazing. They both work so well at 5551. And just like Guanyu Leonardos, this pair also has best of both worlds. There's a great tankiness coming from Saladin and great damage coming from William. Plus, William also has good support skills. He buffs nearby allies and all that. Saladin and William with low investment is a perfect match for free-to-plays and low spenders in open field. So far we have 2 infantry, 1 cav and 1 archer match. My number 5 pick, and it's Guanyu and Alexander Nevsky. When I was working on this list, Nevsky wasn't released yet. We all knew that he was going to be super OP and all that, but he wasn't released yet, so we didn't have any reports or anything. I actually had a different pair, but after seeing the reports from Nevsky, we were right, everybody was right. He's so good, he's so strong, so OP. He's basically like a KVK1 YSG. He is the best secondary in the garrison. He's the best secondary in rallies, and he's the best secondary in open field. He's basically the best secondary in any situation in the game. I had to include him in this list. Yes, Nevsky and Guanyu, it's much better if you expertise them, but we already have so many non-expertise commanders. We have Guanyu, Leonardos, Saladin, William, Nebu, and the other 2, Alexander and YSG, is the commanders that you guys need to invest in. Anyways, as an extra investment, we only have Harold to pair with Alexander. Now we have Nevsky and Guanyu. I believe Nevsky can provide the tankiness that Guanyu desperately needs, because everybody attacks Guanyu and they just want to kill him so fast. Like, you can't even enjoy having a Guanyu. But with Nevsky, with his health buff, with his defense buff, I think Guanyu will be much better in the open field. So that's why this is our number 5 pick. Before this pair, I will probably work on others. So I think these 5 pairs can make your account an open field boss, an open field god, even though you are a free to play or a low spender. Yes, when you look at all those commanders, there are 10 commanders and I don't know how many total sculptures you need, but you can get there. Don't worry, I'm a super low spender. I only buy like monthly gem from the supply depot. And I have my Guanyu and Leo, I have my Alex and Harold, I have my YSG maxed. Now I'm saving for Nebuchadnezzar to use my YSG. So you will get there, don't worry. Of course, it's gonna depend on how much you spend. If you're free to play, it will take longer. If you're low spender, it will take a bit less time. If you're a mid or high spender, obviously it takes much less. But eventually you can get this pair. Like, this is the main idea with the free to play or low spender pairs. Once you complete this pair, you don't want it to be outdated. That is basically like the worst feeling. I've seen so many comments like people invest in Genghis Khan for months. Once they expertise him, Khan is outdated and it crashes their motivation. So when you're selecting your picks, you want to make sure that they're not going to get outdated anytime soon. And I think these pairs are not going to get outdated anytime soon. So I hope you guys found the video useful and informative. As always, if you did, a simple like and subscribe helps the channel a lot, and it only takes 1 second, so please do that. And don't forget to tell us who are your top 5 pick for open field, for free to plays and low spenders. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Bye.